About 1 in 15 children are born with some type of limb deformity. Most are told amputation is their only option. But there's a Baltimore surgeon who is saving limbs for people across the world, including some South Florida residents. In fact, they are holding a fundraiser for his efforts in Coconut Grove this weekend. Christy Kruger has more on this amazing surgeon and the miracles he's performing.
Okay. 7-year-old Andrea Rivero and her little sister love to show off their tumbling skills. It's hard to believe Andrea was born with a limb deformity.
It's called fibula hemimelia, which is the absence of the fibula. The tibia is short, it's bowed.
Just imagine.
Her father says doctors gave them no hope at all.
They told us there's really nothing you can do about it, just amputate below the knee and a new prosthetic every year until she's fully grown.
Is actually performed here, which means that they would cut the bone.
Amputation was also the choice given to 35-year-old Henry James Thielman.
Well, I fell out of a window about 2 years ago, about 50 feet high, and broke both of my legs.
Thielman got an infection in his right leg, and 4 inches of the bone had to be removed. Both he and Andrea learned about miracle worker Dr. Dror Paley, a Canadian-born surgeon who brought the idea of limb lengthening to the United States.
And we're kind of tricking the bone. You know, when you break a bone tries to make new bone to kind of glue itself together. And we're pulling it apart.
Paley, who is the director of the International Center for Limb Lengthening in Baltimore, uses a brace and pins to hold the bone in place. And then bolts are turned every day to create the lengthening.
Every day, we at home would turn the nuts on the device 4 times a day. It turns out about 1 millimeter a day, which equates to a little over 1 inch a month.
In my case, I had to regrow about 8 inches. And it took me 8 months.
Thielman, whose brother Lawrence is a former pro tennis player, is back to playing the sport he loves. Andrea is like any other child her age.
If Dr. Freely wouldn't help me, then I couldn't do all those things. But with his help, then I can do lots of things.
Our center has a very high success rate, 97% success rate, at saving limbs that otherwise were recommended for amputation.
With your Good Health Report, I'm Christy Kruger, Local 10.
How great. And Dr. Paley is in South Florida to raise money for the Save the Limb Fund. A gala and auction is open to the public tonight at Grove Isle Resort for $250 a person. And then tomorrow, a tennis clinic taught by several former pros is being held at the same location. The clinic for children starts at $12:30. It costs $25 per child. And then the adult clinic begins at 2, and that costs $250. You can call 305-854-7093 if you would like more information.
Such a worthwhile cause.
Oh, it's adorable. Little girl, wasn't she?
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
nice to see.
A decision by a judge